Hi, so yesterday's Fit for 15 video was all about getting rid of temptation. Today we're going to talk about weighing ourselves and measuring and how to do so. We have a little bit of conflicting views on this. I actually do go on the scales and I do measure myself to what the scales say. As a mum of two and a stay-at-home mum most of the time, I can't get to the gym and get measured. Now, forget I have this superstar husband and he can measure me. Forget I have him. If I didn't have him, I have to do it myself, and I can't measure myself. You can't do that. So I go on the guidelines of my weight. But I have to understand, and this is where you need to understand, that weight fluctuates. Don't be disheartened if you've put on a couple of pounds when you think that you may have lost it because you've been good, because it's not necessarily fat. Water fluctuates in the body all the time, and depending on the time of the month for women, depending on what you've eaten the night before, all is relevant to what you're going to weigh on the scales the next day. You're a massive fan of measuring.
For me, the weighing scales, it can be an indicator, but it's just an indicator. There's so many things to control the weighing scales out: hormone imbalance, water retention. If you're doing a bit of resistance training, you can pick up muscle mass, and there's so many things to control the scale.
It's just an indicator for me because I can't get measured.
For me, when you're starting out your goals, measure yourself. But try just to keep it simple. Go to measuring tape. Just take it across your shoulders. Do it on your hips, your thighs, on your arms, and that will be enough for you. But the reality is, the best way to see weight loss, if that is your goal, is going to be on your jeans and on how your belt fits. And that's the reality of, if you're seeing results, that's where it's going to come off. So the scales can be an indicator, but don't let it be the be all and end all, because it can actually set you back. So you kind of feel, I've been really good on my diet, I've really nailed it this week. You get on the scales and you haven't lost any weight, and you're unhappy, and you feel, what was it all about? That was a waste of time. When the reality is, if you got measured correctly, if you came to a gym, we did like a calipers test and body fat test, we could tell you what is happening. But you obviously don't have that luxury. Like Michelle said, not everyone can get to the gym. So just go on inches, they never lie. And that's the reality of it. So the inch tape never lies. Scales will. So for me, just inches and your jeans. Plus people will tell you if you're losing weight. So just stick to it, and just know that it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to see some improvement. It takes time. The weight doesn't go on overnight. So tracking for me is literally just about keeping it simple and not getting caught up in it. Don't use the scales, and make sure that you actually are just kind of keeping focus on what your goal is and being consistent on it.
Yep, there you go. So that is our take on weighing ourselves and measuring. Tomorrow's video is the importance of protein. And what is a protein? I think that a lot of misleading information out there. So we're going to re-educate everybody on the next few days and talk about proteins and carbohydrates and fats. So tomorrow we're going to kick off with what is protein. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like and share and hashtag Fit for 15. See you tomorrow.